via Facebook streaming, YouTube streaming, and also via Skype. Each one of you is welcome to this live streaming from wherever you are connecting. Sutras of Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. This is the set of two sutras remaining with the real. There is real, which you can call consciousness, or the causeless force that binds us all, and the unreal, the mind and its attributes. There are two sutras in this. As a hen mothers her chicks, as a hen mothers her chicks, mother particular knowings, particular doings in reality. As a hen mothers her chicks, mother particular knowings, particular doings in reality. The second sutra, since in truth bondage and freedom are relative. Since in truth bondage and freedom are relative, these words are only for those terrified with the universe. These words are only for those terrified with the universe. This universe is a reflection of minds. As you see many suns in water from one sun, so see bondage and liberation. So see bondage and liberation. Bondage and liberation are not two separate words, but in the realm of the mind, they are contradictory. They are the two sides of the same coin. Everything, when it is looked at the level of the mind, it's dualistic. A coin is dualistic because it has a head and tail. But in reality, is head and tail meaningful? No. The reality means you want to use the coin to get something because you are thirsty or hungry. Then will this duality of head and tail matter in any way? No. Only at the level of the mind it will be important. I have heard Mullah Nasruddin was very fond of parrots. So he heard that there is an exhibition of parrots. So he went. And in the exhibition, two of his neighbors also went. So when he looked into, Mullah was looking into the shop of the parrots that were made by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the person said, this parrot is a real priest, Maulvi. He does 5 times namaz. He knows the sutras of Holy Quran, Surah Fatiha, Durud Sharif, everything he knows very well. So Mullah asks for a demonstration. So the seller told the parrot, and parrot started doing the prayers. So his neighbor also went. They were also fond of the parrots. So there was a Hindu neighbor. So he went into that shop where the different parrots made by Bhagwan was there. So he said, this parrot knows all the Vedas and Upanishads. This parrot knows Bhagavad Gita. He can chant all the sutras of Bhagavad Gita. He said, but I am looking for a parrot that can know everything. He said, this one is more expensive because he knows all the Upanishads, all the Vedas, Bhagavad Gita, and all other scriptures. Then he has another neighbor. He went to the shop that has the parrots made by Holy Father. So he said, this parrot knows all the Psalms, all the parables of Jesus. He imitates Jesus very well. So all the three neighbors bought their parrots and returned home. So every morning, the Muslim parrot will start doing the namaz. The Hindu parrot will start singing Hanuman Chalisa and all the other things. So this is all at the level of the mind. Beyond the level of mind, nothing exists. All exists is the causeless force that joins us together, that brings us together. The force that works through various electrical instruments, different makes of laptops, iPhones, is electrical energy. The battery gets charged only by the electrical energy in the various models of laptops, the smartphones, etc. But man thinks in terms of deviation. So the first sutra is, as a hen mothers her chicks, mother particular knowings, particular doings in reality. The second sutra, since in truth bondage and freedom are relative, these words are only for those terrified with the universe. This universe is a reflection of the minds. As you see many suns in water from one sun, so see bondage and liberation. They are two sides of the same coin. It happened once Huineng asked a person, who is Huineng? I had mentioned many times in 6th century AD, a Buddha, an awakened one, traveled from the shores of India to China at the invitation of the king of Wu dynasty. His name was Bodhidharma. He was a unique master. Although born 1000 years after Buddha, but he was a unique Buddha. So he remained sitting facing the wall. He said he is here to wait for the person for whom he has traveled from India. 9 years he remained facing the wall. Then a man came and he stood behind him and he said, Bodhidharma, turn your face towards me, otherwise I will cut off my hands. Bodhidharma did not turn. He said, that will not do. Then he said after some time that I will cut off my head. Bodhidharma turned his face towards him. He said, cutting off the head is symbolic of the social work. And cutting off the head means you want to abandon all that you have known in your life, or you are looking at everything from the telescope of the mind. Mind is divided. But mind says this is head, this is tail. This is Hindu, this is Muslim, this is Christian, this is Chinese, this is Tao, this is this and that. But when you cut off the head, means your conditionings, what you have known up to now, you are living your life out of consciousness. So this man was winning. He became the patriarch. After that, so he asked a person, what is the problem? What are the roots so that a man can be solved and man can make some efforts to know who he is? Why should not he know without any effort? Why should there be any problem at all? You know you are. So why can't you know who you are? You are. You know you are. But why can't you know who you are? You are means I am X, I am Y, I am this, I am that. But in that you do not know who you are really. Where do you miss? You are conscious. You are conscious that you are conscious. A life is there. You are alive. Why are you not aware who you are? You are aware, you are conscious of many things, that I am this, I am that, and when those things are not understood or respected, you get upset. This is functioning of ego. A life is there and you are alive. Why are you not aware who you are? What becomes the barrier in knowing who you are? What prevents you from this basic self-knowledge? If you can understand the barrier can be dissolved very easily. But you do not know. So the real question is not how to know oneself. The real question is to know how you are not knowing yourself. How you are not knowing yourself. What obstructs you, what prevents you from knowing yourself. That is how you are missing such an obvious reality, such a basic truth, which is very clear, which is very near to you. How you are not able to see this? The mind has created a device. Otherwise, it is difficult to escape from oneself. You must have created walls, the invisible walls. You must, in some sense, be deceiving yourself. I have heard Mullah Nasruddin said when he died, he wants to get a mausoleum created out of his grave. But he has a condition. Mausoleum, the monument, will not have any walls, no walls, but it will have a door. And on the door you will put a big lock and throw the key in the grave. What kind of monument, mausoleum is this? No walls, but there is a door. Door has a lock. There are invisible walls all around us. These walls are created by your conditionings, the ego sense. If you start talking to someone who has a Hindu affinity, you talk to him about causeless force, he starts quoting the Hindu scriptures. I am talking about causeless force, trying to take him beyond, trying to see the reality. If someone is coming from a Muslim or Sufi faith, he will start using the terminology of that faith. This is what happened. Someone sent a message that this is this and that. So I responded that neither the surrender is important, nothing is important if it does not have awareness. You can surrender, you can chant, you can do zikr, you can do your prayers, but there is no awareness. So this is like a parrot. This is what I had started this session with Mullah Nasruddin, looking for parrots. One day someone asked, you seem to be very knowledgeable. You must be remembering the sutras of Bhagavad Gita. I said, no, I don't. I do not know the sutras of Bhagavad Gita, but I have a person around me who remembers these and he can chant the sutras of Bhagavad Gita in a chronological order. So he said certainly he would like to meet that person. I said that person is my parrot. Parrot, he repeats it, but he does not understand it. So is repetition is important or understanding is important? This you have to see. So the moment you start speaking to a person with a Hindu lineage, he will start quoting immediately the Hindu scriptures to show that he knows. If you know, then why have you come to me? Then if you are the Muslim or Sufi faith, starts quoting immediately, this is Anal Haq, this is this is that, and so. If you know all that, why have you come to me? I had told you when Ouspensky came for the first time to Gurdjieff, it was a cold winter night, very cold. Gurdjieff gave him a piece of paper and pen and told him, go to the connecting room, write down on that all that you know. Write down all that you know. So we will not be wasting our time by talking about those things which you already know. which you already know. You come to a master saying that you know this, you know that, you have done this, you have done. Many times I have given you the story of the Hazrat Imam Zafar Sadiq, that this woman came and she said, I had been to this master, that master, and each time I changed, entered into a new faith, I was respected, that I have been wise and I learned something, but I know you are a great master, that's why I have come to you. So when Ouspensky sat down in the room, it was a cold winter night and he was sweating. He took a couple hours, then he came out with an empty page. He was a seeker. He said he knows nothing. But you all come to a master as all-knowing. So you want a confirmation. So this is the trick of the mind to escape from yourself, of not knowing yourself. If you does not understand that trick, whatsoever you do will not help in any way, because the trick remains and you go on asking how to know oneself, how to know the truth, how to know the reality, and consequently you go on helping to create more and more barriers. So you have created invisible walls around you. No walls is seen, but yet still there are walls. There is no wall when the person asks, but there were invisible wall of his knowing, thinking that this is what he knows. This is not going to help. It's better not to go to a master. Go to a parrot. He will not disturb you. Really nothing positive is needed to know yourself. Only something negative. That is why you have to negate everything. Positive is not needed. Negative is needed. In a way, you have only to destroy the barriers. So this is the negative approach, unlike all positive approaches. So I am not this, I am not that. You are peeling off the layers of onion. This layer is not onion, this layer is not onion. It's not saying that this layer is onion. When you remove the first layer, you do not say this layer is onion. You say this layer is not onion, this layer is not onion. Ultimately, when you remove all the layers of the onion, you have an empty space remaining there. That space was encased between the layers. So too, the reality is surrounded by many layers. Layers of your ego, layers of your conditioning, layers of your religious belief system. If you do not understand a particular language and terminology, that's a different matter. Then it is okay, you can understand it. A common language can be used. I do not understand much. I cannot read Arabic and Persian and Urdu. But I can understand this essence of that, and I can express it in the silent mode, or I can understand in a language which is intelligible to you. This is what I told my grandmother when she said, in order to read the writings and the works of the masters, Lalaji and all of them, you should learn Arabic and Persian. I said it is better for me to learn the language of silence, the language of communion. If I can commune with Sheikh Maulana Fazl Ahmad, then I don't need to understand his language. I can express his message in my own way. Once you have understood something, you can express it in your own way. A dumb eats a fruit of a sweet mango, he can express it in his own way through his expressions, because he cannot speak. And the one who is a poet, he can express it in a poetic form, and one who is musician, he can express in a musical note, so that the expressions may be different. So what are you missing? Knowing happens when the barrier is not. So it is not a positive approach. Instead, it is a negative approach. You have to go on negating all that is there around the reality to destroy the barrier that you yourself have created. It is self-created prison walls that we all live in. And the moment that barrier is not there, you will know. Knowing happens when all barriers are removed. You cannot make any positive effort for it. You have to be just aware, why are you missing it and how are you missing it. So a few things have to be understood so as to know how you are missing it. First, each one of us lives in one's own dreams, and then dreams become barrier. Reality is not dream, it is there. But you are surrounded by it everywhere. You want to know where is the breeze. It is above you, it is below you, it is each side of you, it surrounds you from all sides. Reality is not a dream. You will not see it, the air, in a tangible form that this direction is. It is not a cupboard that is in front of you. It is not a wall on this side that you can definitely see. You can, but reality, you have to feel it, live it, and only then you will be overwhelmed by it. Excuse me. So a few things have to be understood. Why are you missing it? And how are you missing it? One, that you live in your dreams, and so does everyone. And the dreams become the barriers. Reality is not a dream. It is there. You are surrounded by it from everywhere. Inside, outside, above and below, and on either sides. It is there. You cannot miss it at all. The space is there all around you. You cannot miss it. That's why you are there. You are there because there is a space around you. You are surrounded by it from everywhere, inside, outside. It is there. You cannot miss it, but you go on dreaming. Then you move in a different dimension, which is not a reality. So you move in the dimension of Hinduism, Islam, or Christianity. Reality is neither of these. Reality is innocent. It has nothing to do with your so-called religions. It may be ritualistic, but in reality it is not the one that is going to help you in any way. But we all living in a dream state that this will help us to go. Then you are moving in a dream world. The dreams become the coverings, the clothes around you, and they create barriers. Unless mind ceases dreaming, the truth cannot be known. And when you see through dreams, the reality is distorted. You are seeing the reflection of the sun in the water, and your eyes are filled with dreams. The surface of the lake have infinite number of waves. So the image of sun is waving. It is shimmering. It is not, but the reality is that sun is not moving. It is not having the vibrations when you, as you see when in the on the surface of the lake. And when you see through dreams, the reality is distorted, just as the reflection of the moon or the sun is distorted on the surface of the lake because of infinite number of waves arising on the surface. And your eyes are filled with dreams. Your ears are filled with dreams. Your hands, your entire sense organs are filled with dreams. So whatever you touch, you touched it through the dreams, through your conditioning. You see and what you see is seen through the dreams. You had an image of something. You know you are looking for a particular kind of a drink. You know that this drink is like that. So you are seeing it through your dreams. You are touching it through your dreams. You are hearing it through your dreams. And you distort in that way everything. If something is given to you on a platter that you have not known before, you say that I will not, I don't know what is this. Have you ever, how many times you have tried something which you have never known? When it comes to food, maybe we may not. If you come from an orthodox family, you may not try new things. If you have come from an orthodox mentality, you will not. You will not know. I recall when I went for my sister's daughter wedding in 2011. So as soon as I reached, she told me to take care of the kitchen, and I was responsible for making the food for the different occasions. So that particular day, she said, let us make something the Indian Chinese style. So vegetables, rice, different things were made. I heard two young girls talking among themselves who were brought up in American environment, but they were of Trini origin. So they were saying that I don't trust that food. I don't know what it is, so I will go with what I know. I will go with our food, means Trinidadian food. So variety of foods were available. The haka was made, the Trinidad style of food was made, and few other things were made. This is how we are. Something that we do not know, we are never ready, open for the unknown and unknowable. And reality always comes to you in as unknown and unknowable. Only then you can grow in trust. So whatever you touch through dreams. Whatever you see through your dreams. Whatsoever you hear through your dreams. And you distort everything. Whatsoever reaches you through your dreams, through your conditioning. Dreams are symbolic of your conditionings. Whatsoever conditioning you have. And they change everything, your perspective in life. They color everything, because it is like the kind of glasses, the color of the glasses that you are putting on, everything will look that way. Because of the dreaming mind, you are missing the reality outside and reality inside as well. You can go on finding ways and means how to come to the reality, but you will be trying that too through your dreams. So you are looking for the reality through your eyes, Islamic eyes, Hindu eyes, or Christian eyes. So you will immediately start distorting everything. You can go on finding ways and means to come to reality, but you will be trying it through your dreaming mind, your Hindu mind, Christian mind, or Muslim mind. So you can dream religious dreams, you can dream dreams about reality, about truth, about God, about Christ, about Buddha, everything. But that too will be dreaming. Dreaming must cease, and dreaming cannot be used to know the reality. You cannot know the reality through the telescope of your understanding, your religious belief system, or anything. I will continue this in tomorrow's session. What do I mean by when I say dreaming? What does this word dreaming means? So I'll continue in tomorrow's session. Until then, take care and do have a pleasant day.